Oh, my name is Pedro Palma. I'm a master's student at São Paulo State University under the supervision of a professor Valerio. And I'm going to present an article related to my research entitled The Bibliometric Study on AHP and Investment Decision in Industry 4.0. And this work was carried out by me with a co-authorship by Mr. Raphael under supervision of a professor Valerio. The three of us represent the São Paulo State University, the campus of Guaratinguetá in Brazil. So I will explain the agenda for this presentation. The agenda will be as follows. First, the introduction, and then the findings on literature review. In the top three, the objectives of this work, followed by methodology, results, and conclusions. In the introduction, what are the challenges in deciding to invest in the Industry 4.0? The companies have faced uncertainties when decided to invest in Industry 4.0 technologies. The technologies and their many associated aspects have proven to be complex, which has meant that the progress has not been as rapid as previously thought. The traditional investment appraisal methods adopted by the companies, 100% of the companies, I can say, mainly financial ones like net present value, payback, investment return rates, have proven insufficient to deal with this complexity. The AHP is one of the most popular MCDM decision, if not the most. It has a solid mathematical foundation and also can support the complex investment decisions. This study, the intention is to explore the application of AHP for deciding on investment on Industry 4.0. And the proposal is to identify research opportunities, presenting the AHP as a strategic tool to drive digital transformation in the companies. What were the findings in the literature review? We used the bibliometric method to help to identify the trends, the gaps, and the emerging topics in the scientific research to guide future studies. I used Tamal and others as my reference for this affirmation. About the research gap in the Industry 4.0 investment, the few studies address investment appraisal in the Industry 4.0, highlighting opportunity to develop decision support tools. This was of my main finding, and then understand how to use NHP to evaluate investments on the I 4.0 technologies to help to create new decision-making models to support managers and the researchers in this task. The objectives, the first one is to present a research overview, to provide an overview of the application of the HP as a support tool for investment decision-making in the Industry 4.0 technologies, and also to present the research gaps and the future directions, identifying the research gaps and the future insights. What we're going to present on the next slides, methodology, I will present now, and then the results, and then the conclusions. The methodology, I used the bibliometric research method. We have basically 8 ways to make bibliometric researches. I will do the second one, is the less time consumption and also less expended effort. When I go from the left to the right, it go deeper but more complex, and it takes more time. But for my purpose here is just to find directions for the future, and I did more surface analysis like keywords and main criteria decisions, and I use it for my researches, the Scopus, instead to use both Web of Science and the Scopus. Scopus has is a widely recommended platform for literature review, and previous studies proven that Web of Science and Scopus have very similar content, so I decided to use only Scopus for this survey. In the first step of my search in the Scopus, I used keywords related to investment decision, Industry 4.0, and ISAHP to get the full list of documents. And then I selected the documents were related to my research topic. And with the selected documents, I did the highlights, finding the main decision criteria, the publications by year, by country, and also a keyword analysis using Voice Viewer to find the recent trends that from the most recent documents. This is the table that shows the findings of the documents in the Scopus. So it's interesting to note that the keywords related to investment decisions obtain a significant return with 100,000 articles. The search for Industry 4.0 returned 124,000 articles, and those related to the HP rated almost to 60,000. But when we combine these three keywords, only 74 articles appeared. So it's a significant gap to be explored when we combine these three themes. And I decided to explore what the decision criteria were being applied when in these 74 documents. I selected the 10 most cited documents on HP Industry 4.0 and the investment decision. And then I separated by investment decision criteria. So I found some interesting things that I would like to share. First, it's related, the interesting insight is the change in decision criteria over the time, revealing evolution on the perspectives of Industry 4.0 by the community, whether industry or researchers. For example, note that operational aspects were dominant in the older articles like 2008, 2001, 92, 98. However, in the most recent articles, this almost doesn't exist. It has replaced by technology by itself, as Saroj has explained in the previous presentation, and also other aspects like sustainability, organizational culture, digital maturity, for example. And sustainability proved necessary, having a second most cited article and being relatively recent if you compare to the others. So I can highlight this as a main finding when we talk about investment criteria. And the other interesting result was the opportunity for research in this topic is the evolution of articles published over time. 67% of documents were published after 2020. In the scientific research community, it reveals an interesting in this particular topic. And the other interesting fact is that the search for decision tools in advanced manufacturing technologies began well before Industry 4.0 became popular in 2011. I can find here search for advanced manufacturing technologies allied to HP in 1992 and 93. And when we analyze documents by subject area, the engineering, computer science, business management, social decision, and environmental science is a predominant research areas. and it reviews a practical nature of work, because the theoretical sciences like decision and the mathematics comprise less than 15% of the publications. Is a too few we've compared with others. And when we analyze by countries, we found also other interesting insight is related to the countries, the 10 countries that publish most. India, Turkey, China, Indonesia, and Brazil are considered emerging countries that passed through recent technological development, and reviews a demand for tools for a better investment allocation in these countries. And I show a trend analysis analyzing the occurrence of keywords in the articles from 2020 to 2024. Using the Voice Viewer in the 74 articles we found in the literature search, the keywords were grouped in the 3 clusters, which indicate are the most recent trends in the research related to this topic. The first one is the green one, the green cluster, talks about AHP to support complex investment decisions in the Industry 4.0. And the red one is the Industry 4.0 and the interface with sustainability. And the third one, the third trend, is the decision system supporting strategic planning. So these are the main recent trend topics I found analyzing the 74 documents keywords. And about the conclusions and the future work, the first one, the most relevant, is the significant gap when we combine Industry 4.0 investment and the AHP. And then the main research trends by analyzing the keyword indicated 3 topics. One is the HP in the manufacturing environment. Third one is a sustainability. And the third is a strategic decision support system. And the limitations, the Scopus database helped to identify key topics, but to organize this data to get a better analysis is still challenging. We can find, how can I say, these documents have a dense content inside, so we need more time to organize more insights from them. Maybe with AI, we can make this work faster. And the future work, the next step is to identify the successful models related to the Industry 4.0 activities and focus on their impacts on the real-world implementation experience. We found many theoretical ones, and we would like to find practical applications of these tools. And this ends my work, so thank you very much. I open to questions and answers.
Okay, just in time, you finish your presentation also in 15 minutes. Now we are open to questions.
What about AMP applications? Did you find anything about AMP applications?
No, I didn't find, I didn't look for that, but it's also another suggestion for a future work person.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I look at just for HP.
Mm-hmm. And we are working on these areas, but we are using AMP because there are interactions among the factors.
Sure, mm-hmm. Sure. Depending on the factors that you are using,
mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of interactions, and then you can use an HP. I'm now constructing my tree of criteria and alternatives, and then I'm gonna discuss with Mr. Valerio which method is best for my work.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. It was a very good presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. And right now, Mr. Palma is preparing what we call in Brazil a pilot application of AHP. He is actually a manager for automobile plant in São Paulo State. And by now, AHP is the proper method because there is no interdependence between alternatives and criteria. But if he found, Pedro, please, can you share with us your first slide? So, okay, there is no your email, but his email is pedro.palma@unesp.br. He is a master degree student in our university. And if anyone have more comments or interest in his work, we are, since this is a part of his work, we are planning to publish in the book of proceedings, and maybe in the special issues of this symposium, we can publish and develop extended paper, not an extended abstract, but a standard paper, including the application.